what my intro sounded like. What? Oh, there we go. You know what? Tsunami like to start me off with the straightening. It's Wednesday. Why would she? Okay, listen. It's your girl, Kellz. We checking in because it's Wednesday. What's up? B100radio.com. We have been, winding it up, been winding it down, and Hump Day Wednesday. Y'all couldn't wait to get here, and I couldn't wait for y'all to be here. We here each and every Wednesday, 6 to 8. Y'all stay locked in because I got some exclusive shit I want to tell y'all. I mean, it's so exclusive. We have to name it the exclusive. We got some dope trending topics, and you don't want to miss it. Stay locked in. It's your girl, Kellz. Let's go.
Yeah, so we gone. Stop. We good.
Hey. We back. I knew we was back. Why we acting surprised? That shit is crazy. Why do I act surprised like we back every time we come back? I don't want brought us back, and I brought us back because I can't help it. I'm just so 100 on B100radio.com. It's your girl, Kellz. It's Wednesday, and y'all know what that means. True lies, boy. True lies. I know y'all can't wait to get to me each and every Wednesday so I can give y'all the true lives, the 414, what's going on, trending topics. I'm talking about zodiac sign line. I'm talking about, Dave Chappelle been talking about some lies. I'm talking about the dirty truth. Man, listen, y'all know what we do it. Y'all know how we already start off. We celebrating life. As soon as we get up here, we celebrate. It's Wednesday. And when you do a hump day, you like, you know what? We got a lot of stuff going on. But this can't be a hump day Wednesday unless I got an exclusive interview, man. Now some people use the word exclusive. They just be using that shit for anything. Nigga, you are not exclusive. You are very, very, very common. You know what I mean? Some stuff is not exclusive. Boy, this birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese is not exclusive. But if Chucky turned into a real rat, now that's exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? If he turned into a mouse, that's exclusive. But I am in the studio, locked in. I'm excited because I have the exclusives in the building, man. I have an interview for him. I'm talking about super producers. We're talking about writers, managers, creative directors, a duo, boy. More than likely to change somebody's life. I got my boy Sean Penn McMillan in the building. Y'all make some noise for one half of the exclusive. Let's go. Oh, that's brother so far. Y'all see it. When Sean walked in, I said, "Oh, look at brother Sean." I don't know what made me call him brother Sean. You give me the energy of like you know the Lord. That's what.
Good vibes, yeah, man. Absolutely. I came up in the church.
Ha! Shata. See what I'm saying?
Started in the church.
Ha! My spirit has never, come on, man, the true lies. My spirit has not led me wrong. And that's what energy do. Energy saves lives. Energy is the reason why we're here. Sean, how you doing? How you feeling? All the way from Miami, born and raised, right? But living in the A, holding it down. Tell me, how you doing?
Been out here for a minute. I've been in LA. I've been in Atlanta since 2009. But yeah, I grew up in Miami. Went to school in Tallahassee for college.
Oh, college. Hold on, don't throw that out there like that. Just playing. What college is that at?
I dropped out, so it don't matter.
What? Boy, some of the most people in the world with money I dropped out of college, man. I'm talking about Mark.
Oh man, all of them.
All of them.
I did 3 years at FAMU, and I left my senior year.
And that is so funny. When you don't graduate, you say, I did 3 years. It sounds like a bid.
Yeah.
That man said, I did 3 years at FAMU.
Yeah,
you were so close, but yet so far. But you know what? When destiny kick in, it's time to what? Go.
I'm going to go with you. Yeah. I didn't know that was a quote.
I just made it up. Yeah, and I made it up, and it felt good. And when I pointed to you, I thought you was going to say go because my spirit had connected with you. All right, so from Miami. I'm from the Midwest. I don't know if you... Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah, the Bucks in 6. You know, the Brewers just won like this championship team. But I do live in Atlanta now, so I understand the major move. I know you got a partner in crime, and I'm definitely trying to wait for him to get here, but I'm gonna have to get some exclusive on you. The name, the exclusive, man. I mean, that is a big title, like the exclusive. Tell me, exclusive. How did that name get picked?
Oh man, that was a blessing. My partner and I, we used to be Musso Productions. That was the name of our company.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand that coming from Miami. Yeah, Uncle Luke Skywalker, moved something that was like
move, son.
So we wanted to, put on for Miami. Then we moved here, and nobody, niggas don't know what that is. So they're like, okay, who are that? What does that mean? So,
they thought you was a moving company.
And then all the people were scared to rock with us because they thought it was like, we was like dope boys or something, move something. They was thinking a whole nother. So they're like,
nigga.
These niggas from Miami and they move something. So it didn't really work out. So we ended up going to LA for a trip to go meet some different people for labels and stuff. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna change our name and we're gonna revamp. We changed it that trip. And we went through the whole, what name we think? We did that whole back and forth. Me and my partner Ralph, we went back and forth. And then we said the exclusives. Like, it's no way that shit's not taking.
There's no way it can't take off.
And we went on, we did the way how black people research. We went on Twitter. Nobody got the Twitter, so we picked that up. We went on Instagram. Nobody had the Instagram.
Shout out to the Black Feds, boy.
That's all we need. We don't do no trademark research. We got that locked. We was good. So yeah, we was we were able to spell it regularly with no Z's.
Man, when he
X's
said
underscores, so I was like, all right, cool, that's gonna be that. And then it was crazy. We took meetings, And after we took meetings, we would go meet people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I heard of y'all." And we're like, "You're full of shit. 'Cause we just made this up today."
Yeah.
But,
Typical meeting stuff, right?
yeah, but it's stuck.
And how long has it been up and stuck? Because that's a shift, right?
2013, 2012, 2012.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely
No, 2013. I'm lying. 2013.
And so it dates you when people hit you with the Move Sun production. It lets you know the people who've been shooting in the gym. Them people like pumping up the ball.
They know.
They know y'all.
They know.
Ooh, I'm about to be purping every time I say I'm like, ooh, Move, son. They gonna think I'm in the click.
Oh yeah, you in
with
there.
The bang bang
You
with the
there,
gang.
You grandfathered in. You in there.
Bro, I just want to do any type of gang bang when you walked in because in my mind, I'm gonna drop something so cold, you gonna be like, meet me in the studio. Oh, don't say meet me in the studio.
Yeah, when you say gang, see that's gang, you hear gunshots. That's how that's. We don't do none of that. None of that.
None of that is happening with your music because it's definitely exclusive, man. You have worked with some of the dopest people in the game, but we ain't gonna jump in. I'll jump right in, man, because I feel like when you dope and people just see what you're going on. I mean, we talking about what's going on with Noon Life because that was something that was like, what was the Noon Life about? Like, tell me about that.
It's about Noon Time.
Noon Time.
Yeah, man, that was a chapter.
It was.
Yeah, we actually. Some things are just destined, man. It's hard to. And a lot of people like to believe that we're in charge of our destiny and all this stuff, but some things are just preordained.
Come on, somebody.
It just is what it is. When 2011, Lloyd came to Miami to work, to just switch up some things and work with some producers in Miami. We got the call because another Milwaukee native, Rico Love.
Shout out to Rico Love.
He couldn't make the session. So they called my mentor Betty Wright, the late great Betty Wright, and she was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna send you guys to a session with DJ Khaled and the Runners, and y'all are gonna go work with Lloyd." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, great, absolutely."
Just that easy, right?
And we go to pull up, and it was really embarrassing because it really was because it wasn't me and Ralph at the time. It was me and this other guy that I wrote with, and they got to the studio and they let us right in because I guess they didn't know. Lloyd and them didn't know who the Runners, what they looked like.
Yeah, okay.
So they didn't know who we were. So I guess they just assumed. Cause I'm like, damn, Lloyd was like, Love right away. Like, it was good, bro. Like, we sitting in the lounge, we kicking it. The studio manager comes to us eventually. He's like, we don't know who y'all are, so we're gonna ask y'all, can y'all wait outside until we get a confirmation?
Damn.
We was like, cool, yeah, shit. I was cold anyway. I wanted, get a little air, you know what I'm saying?
A little stuffy in here.
And so anyway, we ended up figuring out who we were. We ended up coming in and working with Lloyd, and we worked with the Runners. And the Runners at the time, they was just coming off every damn hustling. They was on fire. They was killing. And they didn't really want to work with us. You could tell. The energy was kind of like, yeah, we were wanting to work with Rico Love. He popping.
Yeah.
Y'all knew. So they played us like the C-list beats.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
And so we went for blood.
You should.
Me and my guy Ray, we went for blood. We was like, man, we're going to try to kill it. And then the next day, Lloyd was like, nah, we want them back. They got to come back. So that was that. We ended up doing a record called Pusher with Lloyd and eventually became Lil Wayne.
Absolutely.
And so when I moved to I actually moved to Atlanta on Lloyd telling me I should move to Atlanta. He was like, yo, man, you're not going to be appreciated in Miami, man. You should come out to the A. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna come check it out. And
where the lie at though?
And then you said where the lie at?
No lie.
Yeah. So real talk. Miami is not a city you find work. It's a city you bring work, but it's not a city you find work.
Right.
And so I ended up moving to Atlanta. Lloyd was signed to Noontime at the time.
Okay.
That was his management. And how I actually got cool with Noontime was because Lloyd. We had a song we did, and they were trying to get the song, and I just signed a production deal with this guy Don Vito, and I was like, yeah, holla at Vito.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh no, but Lloyd knows you. I was like, yeah, cool, that's great, bro. Holla at Vito, because that's just how I am. I'm like, if I'm rocking with somebody, then
we gonna do this right.
We're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And later on, probably a year later, I ended up, getting to meet Noon, and he was like, yeah, man, like I respect that about you, man. You loyal, and you didn't let. No, he was talking money, talking everything. Yeah, how much you want for the track, man? I'm like, hey, man, just holla at Vito. He'll do all that. And so, we ended up rocking. And We met through us working with a singing group, this group called Norland Row, and Noonie was managing them.
Okay.
And I was writing all the music and producing for them. So it was kind of
That
like,
is slick.
and then we got
You just slide shit in, dude. You know you be sliding it in though. It's so smooth, but you sliding it. I be like, okay. Ooh.
So like little.
It ain't no light work. I'm writing this shit down. I see you, big baby Sean. With the pen.
But no, what ended up happening, the group broke up because that's what girl groups do.
Don't do that. Don't you do that. But that's what y'all do. Y'all damn sure.
I don't know one that stayed together forever. I don't know one. But like, the group broke up, and then Noonie was like, "Hey man, I got this kid from New Orleans. You think you want to rock with him and fuck with him on a couple songs?" And I was like, "All right, cool. I'll pull up." And that turned into August Alsina.
Oh, but we got boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right. Listen. We not about to let you just run it like that. This brother just broke up August Alsina, one of the names right now that's, when I say trending, not only for his artistry, but for a lot of things that he's doing right now in the community. And we want to talk about it because you was there from the beginning. Boy, New Orleans, what's up? Pull up. We're going to be 100, but we're going to be right back. It's your girl, Kelly Kellz. We locked in with True Lies. Is your lies true? It's up to you. Stay tuned. Stay in.
Worst.
Ooh, come on, boy. You are.
You know now, you know now. Still at the scrub J's with a two.
Turn me up. Turn me up. Wow. Wow. Listen, I come in the club, shaking my dress, throwing these bows and busting these heads. Coming in here, got braids under my hair, looking like a maid. Ooh, sit up now. Bow. Oh, when you put the bow, oh, it's a track. Lay. EP dropping soon, October 15th. Hey, listen, it's your girl, Kelly Kellz. We are here. It's Wednesday. True Lies with Kelly Kellz. B100radio.com. I'm in the mix. I'm in the studio with the one and only Sean Penn in his mug. What's going on, Sean Penn?
What's poppin', man?
Oh, the exclusive. One half of the exclusives, man. When I tell you this brother is exclusive, I've been getting the 411 over here, sitting with my hands folded, getting this interview, boy. This is a super dope energy. Before we left, I know the people are at the edge of their seat because I am. His brother said he hit us with the I love this shit. August Alsina, one of the top artists that kind of like broke you into one of y'all first notable successes. Absolutely. That the world kind of like say, hey, these are the co-writers. It's platinum. Hold on, platinum. Yeah. We not gonna act like that didn't go platinum. We not gonna act like it didn't break history. We not gonna act like it wasn't number 48. It topped the charts at number 48 on Billboard. On the Billboard, the top 100, right? 100, yeah. Top 100, right? I got the.
It was definitely number one on the Billboard.
It's definitely number one on the Billboard. We talking about an R&B, and he killed it after coming right after the 2009 single. The brother he's just a trailblazer, and you guys introduced him. Tell us about that because you're in New Orleans, man. And during the break, you told us some of the dopest shit about New Orleans. What's your connection with New Orleans?
First time Betty sent us to session to work with DJ Kellz. He's from New Orleans.
Hey, pull up.
A lot of people don't know that. And then Lloyd, we ended up working with Lloyd. Lloyd's from New Orleans.
Pull up.
And then we had the introduction to Og.
What'd you say? I love his name.
From
Og.
New Orleans.
Let's go, Og. Get him with the Og when I see him. Og.
He gets it a lot. He gets instant familiarity.
Yeah. Like, I wonder why.
I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
Even I'm not gonna get into that. Okay. But yeah. Everybody be like, it's just a natural thing.
It's a natural thing.
Is that my guy?
Is that your guy?
That's my guy.
Boy, there we go. Okay.
Guy. That's at Record Ralph.
Oh, at Record Ralph. What's going on? Welcome to the party. It's the old exclusive. They just had this like electric shake. I just felt like some exclusive shit in front of me. I thought y'all was gonna do something different, like I don't know why, but that was. Boy, do him up under the table and let me learn because you just don't know he signed me. He just signed me. We was waiting for you to get here.
Signed?
Boy, I just hit my best shit, my bars on my worst behavior. No. Oh, you got to watch the tape. You got to watch the tape. Welcome. Hey, listen, B100, all my guests right now on Wednesday. We are locked in. Y'all know we got my boy Sean Penn, but what we got Record Rap just pulled up. Y'all make some noise for my boy Record Rap. Tsunami, bring him in. Wow. Get in there. Let me have you get into that frame. We both can. This is a thick panel, and I like it. We know it's thick. There's a lot of love in this room, though. I tell you that. Can you get it tighter? There we go.
We in there.
Okay, so we was just talking about how y'all New Orleans vibe just kind of like soared y'all from one blessing to the next blessing. And we talking about how y'all introduced the world to Og. I mean, we talking about August Alsina, but when you cool with him, like y'all cool with him, we call him what? Yeah, that's what I was telling everybody. We call him Og.
Young.
Yeah.
Young Og. Oh, he has many nicknames.
Shy as Young Og. Okay, so when you meet Young Og, does he have his own style, or you are like, hey, this is not a blank canvas, but if we give him this, he can finesse it, or did he come in with like, man, this is the sound I'm looking for? How does this even go about? How does this come about?
Oh, man. He's one of those artists that before we had music for him, we kind of just knew he was gonna be famous.
Yeah.
He just had that thing. Like we would go to Chick-fil-A, like and girls be like about to lose their damn job. He would have had no song out. It's just you know what I'm
so you knew they love this shit.
Yeah, they love this nigga. It's like they love him. So
I thought he was a rapper.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone thought he was a rapper.
Yeah. That was even when we put out the first album, the people Best Buy put it in the rap section. We couldn't find it. We went to go buy the CD. It was like, where is it? They had it in the rap section.
Wow, totally off.
You know, but Og, I mean, when we met him, it was 2011. I told you it was because the guy Nooney was managing him. It was like, yeah, man, get do a couple songs. That's what it was supposed to be, a couple songs.
You can't stop the greatness God got for you.
And it was kind of crazy. We came in and I came in to work on this one song. He wanted to flip, I think, the Otis record, the Kanye West and Jay-Z record. He wanted to flip that and like do an R&B version. I ended up going to the studio. He was working on another song. And so we ended up, he was like, hey, can you want to jump in and help with that? And I was like, okay, cool. We worked on that. And then I came in the next day. We did some more work. And I thought it was pretty much like, all right, well, hey, man, good luck with
See
that,
you later.
man. You know, because we had a room in the same building. Noontime had just quoted us for management. So we were like, all right. So they gave us our own room, our own studio. So we were like, cool. But Og was like one of those people that he came like every day. Like if I came to the studio, like he showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, what you working on? I'm working on this. He didn't care. You know, like when your mama call you and you're like, are you busy? But she don't really care about the answer.
Yeah.
She's going to just get to talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would just be like, all right, cool. I'm just going to post up. And I'm like, all right. And then after I finished, he'd be like, yo, I heard this song. Let's work on it. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, it was never, I hate any conception. I mean, any idea that we molded August in that way.
Right.
Because he was very much so who he is. Always.
He's always had the star power. Y'all saw it in him and y'all cultivated it.
In fact, he was more so censoring and holding himself back because he was nervous that if he put out his truth, you know what I'm saying, that it wasn't this typical R&B story. It wasn't like, oh, he sang in the church and he got discovered. It was like, nah, this nigga was sleeping in the back of convenience stores and selling crack and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was something different. He thought that would be scary. So he actually dialed back and scaled back a lot. And the only advice that was ever given was, hey, man, like, do your truth.
I mean, I think like Janice is the type of perfect example, nigga. Life's a bitch. Virgin just turned. Yeah, I mean, damn, you seen that to him. Like, nigga, if life's a bitch, we talking about a virgin boy. I was saying you can do whatever because those life experiences build, and that's what make music resonate and transcend to our spirit.
Absolutely. And it was once that became the mantra, because when I met him, he wouldn't curse. He wouldn't do any cursing in the music.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to smoke. You know, like, you know, being the engineer, I don't smoke no more, but I used to, you know, go for it.
Go for it, then. You go for it, shawty. Zaza with the bye-bye. Okay.
And, you know, he would sit, like, me and the engineer would smoke, he would sit at the door, and then, you know, he didn't drink, he didn't do nothing. And I asked him one day, I was like, yo, you smoke? Oh, nah, man, you know, I'm only 18, man. Bro, you smoke? I mean, yeah, you know, I smoke. Like, nigga, smoke. You know,
you supposed to smoke. You living in a convenience store, nigga. You are stressed if you don't hit this blunt.
And then I asked about the drinking. Oh, man, you know, I'm a little too young. I was like, bruh, I went to college at 17, bro. Did you drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, what you like? Well, I like Ciroc. And I went to his manager, or our manager at the time, and I was like, hey, man, like, buy some weed, buy some lick, and let us really work.
Let us work. Let this brother relax.
Like, let us really work and let us really, like, catch a vibe. And from there, we've been inseparable. It's been crazy.
And so that's the part I think that make y'all the exclusive part. Not y'all just being writers, y'all. That's artist development, right? And being able to see an artist for who they are and bringing them into that. That's almost being a guidance counselor. Because I was a school teacher and like so shit. I realized I don't need to be a teacher, nigga. I need to be a guidance counselor because I don't really want to do this work. I want to make sure they straight when they come talk to somebody and they comfortable. And that's what you were for him. You guided him into the next level. Of course, you seen the stardom on him.
Yeah, I mean, we were older, and it's one of those things that it's kind of odd, you know. It's not like that with every artist, and I think that's kind of the misconception artists have. They feel like, oh, I'm gonna meet the producer or the writer I want to work with, and we're just gonna click, and we're just gonna be.
Yeah.
August is 10 years younger than us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I used to say it all the time. In what world would we have become friends? But it happened.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was like because he's not from here. Like August is an alien.
Yeah.
He's not from here.
Oh, I want to meet that alien. Okay.
Like he's wise beyond his years. He's been here before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so immediately you don't like, you know, he was 18. It wasn't like, you know, I was 28. You know, like, all right, get away from me. It was like you real cool, like, and that is not something that just happens. You know, I can imagine with even you know, historically with Usher and JD and Mike and Quincy. Quincy was 30 years older, 20 something years older than Michael Jackson. Like, you know, this in what world are these people supposed to
That
dude,
perfect world that
you
we
know what I'm saying?
that created.
It has to be that kind of
Mhm.
connection. And August he's infectious. And that was the key thing. You know, one night I'm talking about we was all struck. You know what I'm saying? We're getting a ride home.
Come on, talk about it. Give us the exclusive. Talk about it.
You know, like we was
You
all
don't just pop up here.
we was getting a ride home and I was talking to him. I was like, yo, bro, like, what made you get into music? He was like, man, he was talking about after Katrina, he saw Sister Act 2. And he said he didn't know Lauryn Hill was a singer, which I thought was crazy. Because he knew her as a rapper. He didn't know that she sung. So when he saw the movie, he said he was enamored by it. He told his mom, I want to sing, So I was like, you didn't sing before that? He was like, nah. He said he started singing like 13, 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, so you had no singing talent? He was like, bruh. And I went and looked at the videos like, this leaps and bounds what he did then and now. And I was like, bruh, like, what made you decide to sing if you never had any inkling that you could sing? He was like, man, I believe that God gave me a voice to save my life. And he told me that as I was getting out the car, like to go to my apartment, like that's what he sent me off with.
Oh God!
And I tossed and turned like all night long
because it was your assignment.
I was like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
I've never heard a statement like that.
Come on,
like you know what I'm saying, like to look at it like that. His brother had just been murdered.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
In the same places that he would have been if he was in New Orleans at the time.
Yeah.
And that's what he's saying. He's saying, God gave me this voice to save my life. It haunted me.
Wow.
And I told him, I said, bro, what I want to do is I want to make sure that if we can make 1 million people feel how you made me feel when you said that statement, it's gonna go.
And that's when that manifestation happened. That's how alignment happens, man. And it takes somebody as dope as you two doing that. So we're gonna get right back because you know what? I got some questions for y'all personally and how a duo, because you mentioned earlier how girl groups don't really stay together. Now you got two dope writers, producers. Y'all do everything together. Yeah, y'all from Miami. Y'all busted down to Atlanta. Man, but when it comes to a group keeping it together, how do y'all do that? We're going to talk about that when we get back. It's your girl, Kelly Kellz. We locked in with True Lies. Now, listen, you never know who's telling the truth, but most people lie. But all we want y'all to do is be 100. It's B100radio.com. Stay locked in. Let's go.
She tell me keep fucking that she love this shit.
Ooh. We back. We back like we never left. It's your girl. Oh, you know I be waiting on my instrumental. Let me see. Sometimes she be trying to bring out the verse on me. Wow, wow. See, it's in the hips. When I did that, my hips said, black, black, wow. I almost told this whole little chair up, boy. I don't know. This chair was like, yank. This shit was struggling. Listen, it's Kelly Kellz. We back. It's Wednesday, and y'all already know from 6 to 8, we hearing nothing but true lies each and every Wednesday on B100radio.com. I'm never going to be on here without some super dope interviews, co-hosts, and now I got the exclusives in the building. Y'all make some noise for the exclusives. That's right. I got the, they clapping for themselves. Hey, that's how you know they super exclusive. You better clap for you. Record rap, Sean Penn in the building. Oh, man. When I say so much energy in here, ooh, we got the all black on. Boom. Signing my my record label thing today. I don't know what I'm just doing a preliminary trial. They heard me spit some bars, y'all. Y'all know how to do it. But with that being said, I know y'all not did. Y'all work with the greats, right? You work with the Lloyds and the Nicki Minaj's, the Snoop Dogs, the Lenny Williams, and all the favorites. But man, when I read you all's bio and just read all the stuff, the amazing things. When it said Betty Wright, I said, boy, no. That's why they exclusive. Yeah, move, something. That's what they was doing. They was moving, something became exclusive. The one and only, the late great, Lord, we miss you. Betty Wright, y'all. Come on, y'all. This ain't mentor. These are they not just somebody they work with, somebody who said, I'm going to see something in you. I'm going to work with you. We're going to develop this, and everything y'all touch is going to turn it to go. And that's what's been going on, man. Betty Wright. How does this start? How do we even get to a Betty Wright? Because Betty Wright ain't just no easy thing to do, or easy woman or easy person to get in contact with, work with. This is legendary, Betty Wright. Make you leave your man or be right by your man, Betty Wright. Make you want to cook, clean, and do all type of stuff. I'm like, I'm about to be a good woman or not. Yeah, Betty Wright.
I'll let Ralph take that one.
Let's go, Ralph.
Man, rest in peace, Betty.
Please, Lord.
But how do we encounter Betty Wright? Like that was like, it was one of those things, like it was inevitable. We was gonna end up running into each other regardless, kind of thing, because we had so many other ties with people. You know what I'm saying? Like her kids and like her oldest daughter. My mom was her teacher.
Wow.
Like
what?
Weird, like little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
They said 7 degrees of separation, right?
Right. Yeah. And then Sean went to school with her daughter.
Okay.
With another one of her daughters. You know what I'm saying? We all kind of knew her sons. And then it was just like, we just never really got a chance to meet her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until we started working with her godson. And then we didn't even know that was his godmom for real. But he used to always mention her. Like, we start working with him and he would always be like, yo, when we finish this record, I gotta show this to my godmama. I gotta show this to my godmama.
And didn't mention her name.
Never.
Boy, that boy
so he didn't want a name drop, I guess.
Boy, you know name drop.
And then I was like, all right, well, shit. Who's Vickers?
Okay. Shit. Hell yeah.
Shit. First question I asked, by the way.
Yes, it's the CD Jake's radio station.
I was like, well, yeah, bring it to her. Take it to her. And, you know, she heard of us too, just from outside circles. And then we finally got to meet. And the funny part about all that is that she clicked with Sean right away and didn't necessarily click with me.
Okay.
Because when I came into her presence, I didn't know who she was.
Oh, okay.
And I hadn't put a name. I knew who Betty Wright was. I knew the songs. Mm-hmm. I just never put the name to the face.
That's fair.
And I treat everybody the same. I didn't come in there. It's not like I don't treat people with reverence, but I didn't come in there with the, oh, you're famous reverence. You know what I'm saying? I came in there like, oh, you my homeboy's godmama. Who about to play some music?
Yeah.
Right?
But that's still a vibe to me.
Right.
That's authentic. I like stuff like that.
So at first she was just like, yeah, you know, like, so every time I would speak, she just kind of had this face like scrunched up. She had heard some stuff about me as well, like just misunderstandings, right? Mm-hmm. And then so she was all scrunchy, and I didn't understand it. And then before I left, she was like, yeah, you might need to Google me.
Ooh.
And-
Oh, I'm Googleable, bitch. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll Google. And then I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad, Miss Wright. You know what I'm saying?
I was so wrong, Mrs. Wright.
But, so she started a writing camp.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean was invited, you know what I'm saying? So,
half of it.
you feel me? So she started, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to like her son had just got murdered, and she wanted to start something like something that allows her to like create legacy with songwriters.
So a nonprofit, an organization, or a charitable event, like
somewhat, but she wanted to
foundation.
seriously handpick dope and talented musicians and songwriters and producers.
Okay.
Right. So she started with an original 10. So I think you're number 7.
I'm number
8.
Making the band, boy.
Original 10, and he was number 8. It's like special invite. I'm gonna start cultivating these songwriters. And then she also started like a church, a home church every Thursday night called Thankful Thursdays. So because I wasn't invited to the writing camp, I was like a little salty, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to go to the Thankful Thursdays because I wasn't trying to be, I had nothing to be thankful about. But, you know what I'm saying? But
thanks for nothing, Betty.
I ended up losing a bet to one of them. I forgot. We bet on something. I lost the bet, and it was like, okay, if you lose this bet, you got to go to Thankful Thursdays. All right, cool.
You know what? I knew he was gonna pop his lips like that. I don't want to go.
All right. Bet. So lost the bet, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? And when I went, it was interesting because there was a prophet there. I'm sorry if I get a little winded, but this story's pretty deep.
It's good. Keep going.
There was a prophet there, and he was like, in the midst of all the people that were there, he was just like, you stand up. And he pointed me out, and I stood up, and he pointed out Miss B, like, you stand up. And she stood up. He was like, there's a connection here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is showing me an umbilical cord from here to here. So I don't know what's going on. Oof. But y'all supposed to connect somehow, like be connected. And, she started crying. I got emotional, and we kind of hugged it out right there. And then it was just like inseparable. So then
from the womb,
I became number 33 in the writing camp, right?
Let's go. Let's go. You like those numbers in sequence,
right,
though.
You feel me?
You a sequence number guy. I don't know if you know that.
I peep.
Yeah.
So got in the 33, and then that's when all of us really connected. Now at this point, we done got so tight and so close, and it was more like mother-son's relationship than it was like, mentor, mentee, because it became that as well, but it got deep. Like Betty was showing up to baby showers and weddings.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like you in the mix. Like
family.
My baby was born, left the hospital, brought to Miss B kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it was real deep. It was deeper than it was bigger than music, but within that relationship, and that relationship lasted like 6-7 years. Like for 5 years, it was concentrated. We were at her house every day. We were one of the few people that could just even be in her bedroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, your bedroom is your sacred, your peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she had a couch in there or whatever. And we would get to sit in there and like chop while she's laying there and just ask all the questions. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's God cool. Showing his face. If we talk about the umbilical cord, like let's just go there. Like it's nothing wrong with going there. Mm-hmm. Some people tend to think that like us in the industry, right? Even though we're artists, right? We're artists. But God is the center. Yeah. And when you know something is outside of you, bro, you couldn't have done that. You cannot make nothing up like that.
You can't. We couldn't have put it together in a play if we tried.
Never. And it
had to go that way.
Even if you told somebody how, and you just said step by step, it would never be recreated again. It can never. Nothing like that can be recreated again. So God gave y'all that for that reason. You talking about 5 years of knowledge and wealth from a person who really didn't even start in the era where we started, but has transcended to all these eras and made it. Showed you that you guys, which y'all have something, is priceless and it's timeless. Because some people are not timeless. So she couldn't, and this me prophesying and this me speaking because this is what I do. She couldn't just have that with anybody, right? Yeah. She couldn't just pour that into anybody because some people, it was going to fall and it wasn't going to be on fertile ground, my nigga. They was going to get it, but it wasn't going to resonate. But y'all said, oh, not only going to take this, we're going to let it sit. However long, when it brew up, it's gonna be something great, and we're gonna pick from people who are aliens, and we're gonna pick for the ones that people don't understand, and we're not gonna be as popular when it comes to the picking, but when we pick them, they will pop out because we picking.
I tell people all the time. In order to be great, you have to be willing to be unpopular, and that's the thing that people don't understand. And this new culture is kind of like anti that statement because everything is about trending and being viral, and that's your relevance. But being unpopular breeds the most popular artist. It wasn't Drake is the most popping artist, arguably, but also one of the most unpopular artists, most talked about, criticized, picked on, ragged on, called lame, all this stuff. Yet and still he's surpassing people in streams and sales and all these different things because he's willing to be unpopular. And that's how you become great. You know what I'm saying? Prince cutting the ass out of his pants and going on stage wasn't a popular choice.
It wasn't a popular choice.
It wasn't, it wasn't as LGBTQ friendly in the 80s.
Yeah.
To come out, you know what I'm saying? So to come out with something, with the homophobia was at an all-time high, and you know what I'm saying, for somebody to come out and I'm gonna cut the ass out of my pants and do my concert and,
with some heels on.
Like that wasn't a part. Michael Jackson would be wearing a marching band jacket, gold shin guards, the gloves, athletic socks, penny loafers.
And now we all want that outfit every year for Halloween. Who am I, bitch? You know who you.
That wasn't a popular outfit. That wasn't like I'm gonna kill these niggas. Like, that wasn't one of those outfits. You know what I'm saying? But those things became iconic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there has to be that willingness to be like I'm not gonna. When we met August, we already had songs. We had songs on the radio.
Yes.
We're getting started in our career. We could have easily been on some ego shit and turned our nose up at the idea of working with somebody new. Oh, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to get down in there, and then to get with an artist that wasn't traditional. It wasn't anything like, oh, this is traditional. Like, oh, Og does regular R&B. Like we were singing about selling drugs and people dying, and you know what I'm saying. So that became. It was an unpopular decision became a great moment for us.
And with that being said, knowing that, okay, he was a new artist and you guys your feet was in the water. Y'all was shredding. Is that the same type of mindset you all have to this day? Like, we're not going to turn away the people that may not be as popular. Do you still take that same
Absolutely.
stance?
That's our. I love grassroots.
Come on, grassroots. That's my first time hearing it.
I love it. It doesn't stop us from the fact that we get money. I mean, this is.
Oh, they get money. I'm talking about.
This is our living too. So we're
not
Roots
like money. Lil Wayne.
This is not a 501c. Like everybody bring your demo. No, this is not.
Free haircut for the back to school giveaway type shit.
That I just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
but we like to get with the people that don't necessarily like we work with Tammy Rivera. We work with Jesse Wu right now. We work with a lot of people that want music. You know what I'm saying? Tammy's popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not just known for just music, known for her other ventures, her other her television and swimsuits and all those different things. But it's like I love the idea of getting in with somebody like that and saying, okay, let's see if we can bring out this music and bring this thing to
I'm excited because now you get to be a part of that, and I'm excited. So listen, I'm so excited that we got to play some music because I would sit here and do a whole nother 15 without any music being played. I'll be forgetting that this is a radio station. Man, we are in here with the exclusive super producers, songwriters, managers, creative directors, and most importantly, they God-fearing, they dope, they tapped in, and they are willing to go the extra mile. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't move something, but when you talk about it, it's done. Hey, listen, this your girl, Kellz. We locked in. It's True Lives, B100. We'll be right back. Oh, yeah, now I remember. my blue hair today.
Me too.
Yeah.
My blue today.
Ooh. Blue hair, don't care. Baby hairs everywhere except my head. Whoa! Don't come in do not come up here with the real baby hair. Your hair is silky. That's like a grade. That's a grade A plus, boys. A woman to scalp you. We will scalp you in here. Listen, we locked back in. Listen, when I tell you the exclusives are exclusive on and off this camera, man. I am over here in total awe of them. It's B100radio.com. We getting the true lies with Kellz. We got the exclusives in the building. I'm talking about super producers. We're talking about introducing some of the most amazing talents across the world they have worked with. But look, I know we don't just call this true lies for nothing, y'all. Y'all know what true lies are. We all live true lies. Some niggas tell half the truth. Some people call it manifestation. Some people call it trimming the fat. What you say? Some people call it what?
Delusion.
Delusion. As a comedian, an entertainer, we are always on stage, and for me, it's a story time. And when you tell a story, it depends on the person and their perception and their prior experiences for them to believe if it's true or not, right? And that's what true lies exactly is, man. But one of my true lies, I just simply expunge on the things that make me feel better in my story, probably the way I want them to go versus the way they went. And sometimes I tell the way it went, and it just all hit different. So I think like in the writing game, you guys have worked with so many different artists, and it's people that you want to work with, from having a mentor from Betty, from helping bring the world to August Alsina, not discovering him, but bringing the world to him and working with some of the greats. What are some one person or one thing, one person you would want to work with, dead or alive, that you said, hey, listen, I will be able to give them the true me, unorthodox. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I'm going to give them something I've been wanting to work on. And yeah.
I know his answer. He's going to go ahead and say it.
Okay. He ain't going to say it?
No, he going to say it.
He going to say it. Okay. One person.
Oh, I got to go first.
Dead or alive? Or
dead or alive. And that's something that you want to give them. Like, you know what? I know this is their thing. I'm going to be truthful in my approach with them.
I'm going to go with dead. And it's Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
Let's go.
Yeah, so mine is the controversy, obviously.
Where is the tattoo, though? We need to know where this tattoo is. Boy, I'm finna say, okay, boy, because if it's your lower back, boy, I'm finna say, I love it. I really want to show. I said, damn, Betty.
And I'm not trying to give him all of me like that either. So just making sure I throw that out there. You feel me? But, however, you feel me?
Yeah.
Mine is the controversy. Mike as an entertainer, as an artist, as a writer, as a what he gave, the gift he gave, because there's no artist walking right now that doesn't point to him as far as like influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could have a 20-minute conversation with him, right, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be just next level. Like, to me, I just think, like, as far as relevancy, and I'm not saying this to be controversial either, as far as name recognition, Michael was just as big as Jesus. And I'll tell you why, because there's places that on earth that Jesus can't walk.
Come on. Oh,
you feel me? And no, I'm just being honest. Let's be real. Yeah. There's some places that don't want to hear about Jesus. Ain't trying to they'll hang you.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they believe in what they believe in.
But everybody want to know who's bad.
Well, Michael could walk in. in real talk.
But everybody want to know who's bad.
Michael could walk in them places. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Michael could go in places where they don't believe in that. They don't believe in black, white. They don't believe in none of that.
Wow.
And he was able to walk into them places and let his voice be heard.
And be adored.
And be adored. You know what I'm saying? Be respected.
Yeah.
And still, no matter what his face looked like, no matter what the color of his skin, he still represented a black man. That's very important. You know
very
what I'm saying?
Important.
And then now that you know that, then you'll understand why the controversy surrounds him.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
like Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
When you doing something so mighty and something so different, and you're not being the norm, you will be persecuted.
Yeah.
You will be nailed to the cross. But how many times do you keep nailing people to the same cross?
Mhm.
And that's kind of like how I feel about the R. Kelly thing and the Rihanna and Chris Brown thing. Like, you cannot. So
we need a whole other day for that.
We need a whole other day for that. But I'm just hitting those things because sometimes people, and especially when they're artists and they're great, and their level of artistry is almost seems like niggas can't even obtain it. Like, I can never reach that pinnacle, but they can. But it's just so great. Well, the controversy that's going on right now is people being upset. Like, you asked, well, hold on, Michael Jackson for you. Let me get yours because I'm about to go on to a tangent about, man, how people can love artists and it's okay to love artists.
Yeah, mine is also not alive. I mean, it's Whitney Houston for me.
No, oh boy, that's why. Listen, no, I'm about to stop you right there. That's why I love you, Shawnee. I called him. That's his nickname for me because I love Whitney Houston. I got a Whitney Houston wig I was gonna wear today. I was gonna wear my Whitney Houston joint. It's so good. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I love her.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure you tell them about our Whitney Houston story.
Yeah.
No, y'all ain't got no Whitney Houston story. I'm about to go. If y'all got a Whitney Houston story, I'm finna lie and say it's mine. True lies. It's about to be my story.
No, listen. The craziest part about it is that when we were working with Betty one time, we got a phone call. Betty calls us. It's like, yeah, Clive Davis picked one of your songs for Whitney Houston. So we were like, what? And of course, and we were obviously really excited about that. And it was a song called Gravity, and I'll never forget. Our manager at the time thought that was the song you ever write. So, and I was like, that's not true.
Put a cap on my go.
But in that moment, unfortunately, it was during the time when she was, going through her struggles with addiction, and she wasn't able to record. She wasn't able to deliver the record. She actually started to record the record, but Clive was like, it just wasn't given. It wasn't coming across right, and he was like, oh man, I promise we're gonna get something in there for you guys. But we were very close in that moment to having a song with Whitney Houston. But that for me, I mean, we grew up with strong single mothers.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Shout out to the single moms.
So like, we broke in doing a lot of female records. That's how we got into the game.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand is that A&R told us that we couldn't do male records and we couldn't do up-tempo records, and that's why we ended up turning up on August so hard. We were like, what? Don't limit us.
Why would you tell me what I can't do?
Because we wrote female records, like we wrote big female records. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the kind of stuff that we were going to try to break into. And I mean, no, there's no bigger than Whitney Houston. I think if you can get her to sing anything, she can sing the alphabet, and I would buy it. I would pay for it on iTunes.
Yes.
I was like, I want to hear the Whitney Houston alphabet version, please. She was just incredible in that way. So, that was to me, because I used to say the obvious, Beyonce, Rihanna. We haven't gotten any on those yet, but
coming soon.
It's like those things are still attainable. So we could still make that happen. Whitney is like, we missed that boat, and that's one that I have to give her flowers posthumously. She's amazing, you know what I'm saying? That's a once in a generation type of voice.
Oh
God. You don't get that.
You will never. And she does it with so much grace. Nobody can sweat like Whitney Houston either. Yeah. I mean, did you remember Bodyguard when she had that lip and she was like, no, we'll always. I was like, I don't even want her to wipe her lip. Yeah. That sweat was supposed to be there.
It's like Viola Davis with the Booker T.
You get what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. It's iconic. So speaking of that, right? You guys, you are in the music industry, and I'm sure that people assume, since we're entertainers, that we know each and everybody in our field, which is absolutely crazy. There's so many moving parts. So Lizzo, y'all, just finally met Chris Brown for the first time at the Millennium Tour. Mm-hmm. They backstage, and she's going crazy. She's fanning out because she meet Chris Breezy. And then she made a comment that he's my favorite person. He's my favorite person. People went crazy on her, saying like, how could he be your favorite person? First of all, you're Lizzo. You should understand your place in the world, right? Mm-hmm. How is he your favorite person when he has assaulted women 3 separate times? What is this about? And I'm like, oh my God. it is just really at this point scary how the world really wants us to constantly put people back to where they were when they try to get help. I.e., Whitney Houston was one of those people. We keep trying to relive Michael Jackson. We try to bring back all the things, the negative notations on them, and versus living in the now or living in the greatness of their name. So Lizzo took to the internet like y'all crazy.
I got to speak on that.
Speak on that.
That to me, it's first of all, everybody in the industry is started from fandom. We were fans.
That's
first.
That's it.
I don't care anybody that said they weren't, they're lying, and we could debate that all day.
Yeah,
you were a fan of something. Something made you say, "I want to do that. I want to be that, or I want to be like that." And yeah, just because a person has success in this industry doesn't mean that we have access to everyone.
Yeah,
we have songs with people we've never met. We have Grammy nominations with people we've never met.
Mm-hmm. Drop my own sound effect. Throw that out there. Grammy nomination. I ain't even met you. We got a Grammy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's. I think it's silly, you know. And we in school you learn about separation of church and state, right? That's like a big thing, right? Like I think people need to stop trying to associate talent and morals like they're the same class, because they're not. That's the case. Radio, we base it on our musical taste off the morals of the people that we're listening to.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
We're mute. Mute me. Mute you. Mute R. Kelly.
The radio is this. We might as well just talk.
Mute TD Jakes.
Us and auto accident lawyer commercials would be the whole radio, because it's no way that you have to separate the two.
You have to. The man from the artistry.
R. Kelly could be a horrible person,
but God,
he's a brilliant musician.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the other. It's the two totally different.
Well,
things.
Just because your mama beat up your mama beat up the daddy, don't mean she gonna whoop you like that.
These rock stars are snorting cocaine on stage, pissing on people.
Absolutely, Marilyn Manson's and all those. And guess what? They call them rock stars. And they did it in front of legends. People. They're legends. Oh yeah, they legends. Slit their tongues.
But they try to defame our legends,
and that's the problem.
So we have to put an asterisk next to Whitney Houston because she died of an overdose. We have to do an asterisk next to Michael Jackson because he died of an overdose. But these people are overdosing because there's all this pressure, and it's sad. The sad part about it, and I hate to say it, but the sad part about it is that the pressure is not coming from white people with black artists.
Yeah,
it's black people. They're never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
What
you working on next? Damn, I just finished. Can I celebrate what I just worked on?
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I just
Adele can put out every 5 years. They love it. They go buy 20 million copies of it. Mm-hmm. Beyonce put an album, gets pregnant, and like, oh, she could have did more. Like, what do you want her to do? What can she do?
She brings us Coachella. She brings us a whole Disney album, full cover. First time it ever been done. What?
She's about to make $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Singing. You know what I'm saying?
What's she doing?
Singing.
Ah!
That's what her soul. And I'm like, it's kind of, it sucks because it's like in the black culture, especially with this cancel culture, that's what it is. It's all about. It's like morals and talent all get swirled into one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you cannot like Chris Brown the person,
but you cannot deny Chris Brown the artist.
He's the hope. I mean, listen to our music. This man gives us hope,
joy.
We're not getting it from a lot of other people.
Exactly.
Man. This man at least gives us music. He's transcending genres. He's doing this thing. This man is 30 years old out here dancing like he's 12.
Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. So with that being said, it made me feel like we're under another different type of scrutiny. Like if you want to be famous, you have to be willing to be like, I guess, sacrificed. Oh wow, or even put your whole life out for display.
You got to survive. It's terrible that we have all these rock stars and these pop artists. They get celebrated, and black artists survive.
Come on, man.
We survive the music industry.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's terrible.
It's horrible.
I don't, I see the type of stuff that, you're like a Billie Eilish, that they'll talk about her. Oh yeah, she doesn't like to dress provocatively or whatever, because that's the type of pressure she gets. So that's her pressure. That's what she got a whole song on her album. Like, yeah, this is how I dress and this is how I am. And it's like, Yeah, like that's your pressure.
That's your pressure. Imagine that. Imagine waking up being
Beyonce
black.
was in her third trimester getting lifted in a chair over in a performance, and people are like, she do the most. What?
It's
I don't understand it. It's so sad that you have to. It's so sad that you have to survive.
Funny as hell.
It's so sad that you have to survive the music. Chris Brown had to survive. He had to survive being 19 and fucking up.
Exactly. But listen, that's why I say, listen, I got a joke about Rihanna and Chris Brown fought in a Lamborghini. Are we fucking kidding me? We were not fighting in a 98 Dodge Intrepid. I got beat up in a 98 Dodge Intrepid. Nobody gave a damn. Okay. And I stayed with him. by the way.
I rocked.
Okay. We rocked out for another 2 years after that.
That's called a bad day.
Exactly. Boy, why are we doing that? Because that's the thing we are. So Chris Brown, not only, so y'all are behind the scenes. So obviously when we get the music, it is a finished product. It is done. We know y'all been through all the legal shit. Y'all been through all the, does it sound like, have you heard all that shit? Mastering, paying for. Boy, I cannot believe that Drake and Chris Brown right now are being sued. I know y'all know that. I've heard that the copyright infringement is going on.
Terrible.
Chris Brown and Drake are being sued for no guidance by Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
Boy, have y'all heard his song? And his song was called I Love Your Dress. A nigga who named his song I Love Your Dress damn near shouldn't sue nobody. I love your dress. How creative is that? I love your dress.
And then the song is go 8 times platinum today.
Listen, and he is suing them, saying that the song has the same bass line, has the same, because they said we're gonna play it up here, man. You got it. It's just it's sad. Copyright infringement, the fakes, like that brother is being a lawsuit. And y'all know you don't want to hear that from the light-skinned brothers. Like, why would they try to attack y'all right now? This is not right. Mr. Cooper looks like Mr. Cooper.
I didn't even know who he was. I'm thinking you talk about hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Let's hear his. Can we hear his? Is that his? That can't be his.
You know,
I love your dress.
to be honest,
Yeah.
before I even hear it, I think it's ingenious for Mr. Cooper to even do something like this if this is him promoting his single. Absolutely. If you're promoting a single right now, this is like great because you're creating an entire conversation.
But you drop a whole.
You got everybody doing this right here, right? Like, oh, let's go listen to his version.
Right.
Hold on. Hold on. I want to hear this.
You gotta hear it. I knew Sean was. Mr. Cooper got a fucking turtleneck in it.
You turn heads every time you step into a room. I bet they say to themselves, she got it, she got it, she got it, she got it. But I know
He loses.
And the verdict is in. Listen, y'all, we'll be right back. It's your girl, Kelly Kell. We locked in with True Lies, man. We talking about everything that ain't right and everything that is. Make sure y'all stay locked in. It's B100radio.com. Pull up. Yeah. Shiny shit out like that. That's it. Who you think?
Chasing that bitch. Win, 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 win.
Yeah. 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 Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. Yeah. Y'all know that. Y'all know the sound. Yeah. 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 Don't leave me hanging. Yeah. Hey, y'all, we back. It's your girl, Kellz with True Lies. We locked in at B100radio.com. If you're not on YouTube right now watching me, what are you doing? We are on iTunes. We are on Spotify. We are on iHeart. We are I Love You. You love me. We're a happy family. You need to just be locked in each and every Wednesday. I'm in here 6 to 8, and I'm bringing you the dopest, the most exclusive interviews. No pun intended. We got the exclusive in the building. Move something. Boy, I'm telling you, that just makes me feel good. Move something productions, man. Listen, when I'm talking about productions and things like that, I automatically kind of tap back into when we was just in a pandemic and nothing could move, right?
Right.
Nothing could move. I thought I was essential as a motherfucker, boy. I thought comedy could not be stopped. I thought they needed me. I thought I was the most essential thing. I said, damn, it's the nurses, the doctors, then Kellz. Comedy, right? I wasn't able to work as much. I had to go online. I picked up right away though. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, but I was a school teacher for 9 years. So the creative side of me picked up right away. Like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. We'll take it to the net. Let's jump on Zoom. And I was popping on the Zoom shows. So I was able to sustain during that time. But COVID hit hard. How did COVID happen and how was it during COVID for you guys as artists and independently? Like, how was the COVID era for super producers, writers who need to feel energy while you're in the studio? Who going first? Who next? Let's go.
Well, COVID. I don't know, man. I feel like with the pandemic, the grandmamas and the great grandmamas been warning us about something coming and the end of the world, and maybe they weren't screaming the end of the world like really the end of the world, but maybe the end of the world as we know it. Yeah. And if you wasn't up on your herbs and grandmama routine, then you know COVID really fucked you. You know what I'm saying? So and I say that because I specifically caught COVID on Christmas Eve. Boy, Sean caught COVID same time because Christmas Day. We were all gathered together for my daughter's birthday, which is December 20th. And like 3-4 days after that is everyone got sick. So it was like 13 of us, all the while, everyone,
on the
all the kids.
13th day of Christmas, your daughter gave to them.
Yeah, COVID.
COVID-19. So, damn. Okay.
Yeah, man. So we was on all types of like, you know,
quarantine,
the herbs and trying to
orange peels.
Oh my God, honey and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised that like that wasn't promoted enough during this whole pandemic. Like, where's vitamin C promotions and promotions for like ginger and where y'all was at during this 2020? You know what I'm saying?
And
like
elderberry.
All I heard was about this vaccine and all this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like nobody promoted the stuff that like we were supposed to take to boost the immune system anyway.
Seed oil and
sea moss.
I didn't see none of them. Them people ain't. It's like they wasn't in business during that time. That made no sense. Orange juice should have been making commercials. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
where y'all
seriously,
at?
You right. Where y'all at? You right.
But whatever. That's another conversation. But as far as like, you know what I'm saying, production and songwriting, like,
yeah,
you had a chance. Like, to me, it even the playing field.
That's my favorite.
You know what I'm saying? So like for everyone who was in show business, meaning like you was out there doing shows and you was getting your bread that way, it put you on pause. And they made everybody become better businessmen because now that cash flow has stopped for major artists. And now they go back and really look at, okay, so what are all my sources of income?
Yeah, please.
Right?
Yes.
And then during that time, you know, you notice like Migos go into it with QC and people start to ask a lot of questions about, hold on, where's the money?
Where's the financial advisors at? Yeah.
So to me, it just, at the landscape, it just made everybody just really hunker down either on your creative side or hunker down on your business. Because if this is what you was going to do, like pandemic showed you, all right, it's either you going to go ham on that or you better, diversify your portfolio because you never know when the next check is coming. You know what I'm saying? And entertainment, to your point, is essential business. You know what I'm saying? That's why movie production didn't stop. None of those things stopped because Netflix and everything picked up. Everyone's staying at home. They need more content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where now they're grabbing international content.
Oh God, Squid Games.
You know what
Shout
I'm saying?
out to Squid Games.
Because
Number one in the country, 90 countries.
You know what I'm saying? We're in another world right now. You know what I'm saying? So you had to change with the time. Like you had to peep what was going on and change. And to be honest with you, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is no different from 1900 with the Spanish flu and all. But when you peep, whenever there's a pandemic, there's a reshifting of wealth.
It surely is.
And if you wasn't on your trying to reshift how you was trying to get your monies, and I'm not talking PPP scams, I'm not talking that. But even if you did go and grab that bread, you should have used it to, you know what I'm saying, start up your company, invest, get your cash flow thing going, because this is where this is the time where we as a people are supposed to really hit and get rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, period. You know what I mean? Like, everything got redistributed. Like, I've watched some wealthy white people get just as poor as us and then understand how to survive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, couldn't food stamps. Confused at the, like just confused. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. And then we was all like, shit.
Extra 600.
Like,
I love
this
shit.
Home, hit this PUP.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's it was a
yes,
different,
no.
Right. You see what I'm saying? But we're supposed to take that and just really like
double bubble
establish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Black wealth and really take this to another level. You know what I'm saying? And it's still time. You feel me? Like it's brand new. The pandemic is still going.
We're in it now, yeah.
We in it now. You know what I'm saying? So our next 100 years, this is when you got to figure. We got to look at our next 100.
Yeah.
Your next 100. Your next 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? B100. You feel me?
Let's go.
But, you know what I'm saying? So you got to look at that. You got to peep that, and you got to plant those seeds now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like when the shit is in disarray, because then it's gonna fix itself.
And if then, you ain't ready, you ain't gonna be able to get ready when
then,
that shit.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Then it becomes haves and have-nots. And then what side you standing
on? Who are you?
I'm for the have.
I'm for the have.
I don't know about.
Are we talking about Virgo, Libra, Scorpio?
He said a word right there.
He said a word.
Just for real. So even for produced songwriters, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't diversify, get into your other streams of income, or really understanding the business that you're in, and understanding how do I get 7 streams of income from this business, then you're behind and you're late now, and you might miss a boat. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's a little canoe coming. So, motherfucker, try to jump on that little canoe.
Hey.
Yeah, it ain't never too late.
Isn't that right?
And so, I'm gonna get to you. But is it a time that you can reinvent yourself? Right? Y'all believe in the reinvention period? Somebody told me you only get one first shot.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm like, nigga, then I ain't never.
Unrealistic.
That's not even how that goes. I mean, we've seen it in entertainment. We've seen it all the time. We've seen Goody Mob. We've seen CeeLo. We've seen Nas Barkley. We've seen reinvention, before our very eyes. We've seen people. Yeah, man. Beyonce's been several things.
Yes, she
has. Been in 3 different versions of a group. She's been a solo artist. She's been a rapper. She just got a Grammy for rapping.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's always. You gotta, it's just that first impression thing.
Okay.
I don't think you got, first shot. There's plenty of shots.
It's plenty of shots, yeah.
Plenty of shots. You know what I'm saying? As Russell Westbrook, plenty of shots. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to
shot fire
impressions, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can make a bad impression and price yourself or screw yourself out of a lot of opportunities or a lot of chances to have a shot by just laming yourself out. But
you said laming yourself out?
Oh yeah, people.
I love it. Laming yourself out.
People do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Where you people are chasing so many things that it becomes lame. It's like, what are you doing? Like nobody cares about what you're doing. You're just doing anything to be viral, anything to be talked about, until the point where it works against you. It becomes, a total opposite of of the result you want. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you got to be viral for real. You got to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta give a fuck about not giving a fuck, and you gotta make that get across to people in that way. But yeah, man, it's plenty of shots, man. Nobody works. I mean, come on, man. Michael Jordan, everybody, just gotta take multiple shots.
You better take multiple shots.
But when you hit, you gotta heat up.
You gotta heat up.
That's just what it is. When you get your shot and it
Strike
goes
while
in,
the iron is hot.
keep shooting and shoot. My brother always talk about it. When you got the hot hand, nigga, shoot, and miss a couple before you think the streak is over.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. Oh yeah, I tried Robin Hood. That shit ain't work.
Yeah. All right, big
Crypto,
boy.
that was a fail. All right, cool. Like, nobody bought my NFT. Got it. All right, cool. Then you go back to what you know. But yeah, man, it's important. I had a whole different experience during this pandemic. I mean, business wise, we did fine because we're loyal to the artists we work with. So the artists we work with are loyal to us. So we worked. We put out projects. We worked. I got COVID the day after he got COVID. And it was so crazy because I was talking to him on Christmas Eve and I was like, bro, man, you look bad. Like his back was hurting. He was on the floor. He was feverish, all that. And I'm like, oh man, that's crazy, you know? And then the next day I woke up, you know, Christmas gift with the kids, kicking in the living room. I'm gonna look at some basketball, and I could not stay awake. I mean, I'm talking about like, I was like, what is happening? Like, I can't.
God, don't take me.
I would blink, it'd be halftime. Like, I was like, what's going on? So I was like, all right, maybe I should just, you know, lay down. And I laid down
for 2 days
until like 9 o'clock that night, and then I woke up, and then all the shit he was feeling, I was fever or whatever. But that would have been fine, but I ended up getting pneumonia and COVID at the same time. Which was very because he came Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. He came to my house and he brought me all kind of elderberry, orange juice, all the shit, the vitamins. He's like
sea moss,
and that shit. Like immediately, I had a little oxygen machine. Like my breathing went up, everything was good. I was like, oh man, that shit pissed my immune system off.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, now you want to
live right.
The next day, I could not breathe. And crazy, but I called the ambulance. They came to the house. The guy took my oxygen level. My oxygen level said 57. Now, if you ever looked at a doctor show or anything, I look at house and ER. And they be panicking at like 89. Like, oh shit, you're 89. We gotta.
Damn, 57.
I was at a 57. The EMT told me, oh yeah, man, you know, it's just your anxiety. I'm like, I don't suffer from anxiety. I don't have that.
Yeah, don't put that on me.
He was like, no, yeah, you gotta stop looking at the news. I don't look at the news.
Nigga, my shit is low.
Well, the hospital we have to take you to is not the one down the street. I was like, cool, man. I signed the do not transport. I told my wife, man, we gotta go to the fucking hospital. Because these niggas, they tripping. I went to the hospital, my oxygen was at 54.
Your wife took you to the hospital?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, you know, and
shout out to the wife.
And it sucked because, you know, she couldn't be there. And I didn't think I was going to be there for 18 days or 12 days or whatever. I didn't think I was going to be there that long. I thought, oh, they're going to tell me this, give me a little breathing treatment or something, IV drip or something. No. When I got in and they saw my oxygen level, they gave me an IV before they even had my ID.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, oh, no, you need oxygen now. And
we don't get if you got insurance or if you are you. We just want to give you this so you can be you.
And then I went into respiratory. I went to respiratory failure.
No.
So they had to do all that process. And all the while, all my friends and family and loved ones are basically they're on the outside of the hospital or at their home, so they can't really understand what's going on. And the doctors aren't telling me because it doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yeah, your lungs look really bad. They're telling my wife, yeah, we can't make any promises on what's going to happen. That was a terrifying experience for me. People were dying on the floor I was on.
Absolutely.
I was in the PCU because the ICU was full. So they had me on, full monitoring me 24/7. Like, oh, your heart rate's down, all that type of stuff.
But God.
Oh yeah, and then I end up off camera. We talked about I quit smoking because pneumonia. When I looked into how you can get pneumonia, I'm like, okay, what is it? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize it's secondhand smoke. Not just, and people think, oh yeah, but weed is not It's not smoke. It's from the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the tobacco that you wrap that shit in, if you do use tobacco or the grabber or whatever it is,
Yeah.
that shit's not of the earth. That shit is chemical.
Bong it is.
treated, and that shit gets into the air and it gets into your lungs. It creates what it does, and that was the crazy part. I mean, I got real scientific with it because
Yeah.
I had to learn. Because when you're about to die, you try to figure out what the hell's going on.
When you about to die, you become your own doctor.
Yeah, so I'm like, so what happened now? So
Hey, Google.
I had bacterial pneumonia, and then I had COVID, which is a viral attack of the respiratory system. So my immune system was like, I don't know what to fight. You know what I'm saying? They were giving me all kind of steroids, and I was getting 11 injections a day. I was terrified of needles.
Oh God.
So going into the hospital, I was like terrified of needles. I'd only had an IV one other time in life, and now I'm getting 11 injections a day.
They couldn't mix all that shit up, man.
And then they were giving me plasma from other people's blood. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, you know.
And that's what it was, Jesus. The blood of Jesus covered you, right?
But I walked up out of there.
Yeah, look at you. Come on. Come on, the exclusive. We needed this. We needed this, this dynamic duo. And listen, when I tell you this time has flew by, it is time for us to call it one, man. I do not want y'all to leave. We're going to come back tomorrow we're going to come back next week, Wednesday, with the exclusive too. It has been like such a joy to know you all. I think a lot of times when you think about the producing side, the writing side, they kind of like never get overshadowed by the artist. But to know that this is where it all started, and to hear your stories and to see the fact that why somebody would name themselves exclusive, I'm super honored and privileged to have y'all here. I usually say a true lie. If you can give me a true lie, so you just gave me a whole lot of truth. A true lie, something that you know you live in, and when people hear it, they can either assume or they can either depict it the way they want to, but it's your true lie. For me, a true lie right now is that I'm living with is that fear during the pandemic was one of those things that kind of pushed me into the next level. I didn't want to believe I was in fear. I was like, that's a lie. But the truth was I was in fear. When you said that, it just resonated to my spirit. Like I was one of those people moving so fast that I had everything that I thought I wanted, and I was getting it, and I was in my own lane, and I was satisfied with my lane. But soon as the pandemic hit, it seemed like everything for me crumbled, and my husband had to let me go through that, and he let me go through it. And I was sad that he let me go through it, but he wanted to make sure that I could handle anything. And I was upset with him. That's the truth. But the lie is that I couldn't do it without him. So, what is a true lie that you kind of like living with right now? If you can leave us with a true lie.
Man, that example like scrambled my whole brain.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Sean answer because I still gotta think on mine.
I guess true lie is that people want to believe that you can get through anything on your own. I think what the pandemic and this whole situation has taught me is that you need people, and people don't like to admit that, especially independent people. No, I don't need anything. I can do it myself. No, you need people. We got through this thing together. Our families, we rocked together. We figured out things. We ate together. We broke bread together. We were all we got, because remember, we're not club niggas anyway, but it wasn't like it wasn't nowhere to go. We had to entertain us. We had kids. You got to entertain. You got to keep these people, so they're idle. They at school, at home. We're not used to that shit. We at the studio at 4 or 5 in the morning. You're like, damn, we got kids.
Yeah, like, damn, I'm a husband.
Right, I'm a newlywed. This is a terrible. I got married February 20th, 2020.
Oh God!
The pandemic hit 2 weeks later.
Damn, way to know your wife.
So I'm like, man, like. So yeah, I think that people, we try to tell ourselves that, oh man, we can do it without people, but I think the truth is we all need each other to survive through anything, not just a pandemic.
That's a true lie. Come on, man, give me some.
Ditto,
and I'm okay with ditto.
Still winning when it looked like everything crumbling around you.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You winning is a habit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to practice it. You got to continue. It's not you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that losing is not a loss if you learned from it.
Yeah.
So if your L's are lessons, then they're not L's. You know what I'm saying? So you got to continue to just keep making it a habit of winning and understanding that there's ups and downs, and that's life. The money go up and down. Goddamn, your EKG, when you look at your heart rate, that shit go up and down. Life is gonna go up and down. So even on your down, you should embrace, oh shit, I know I'm about to go back up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how life. That's how you should be looking at life. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that it's gonna be up down. That is a fact. There's nothing you can do to change that. When you're up, you won't come down. You just gotta put cushion, put a trampoline down there so that when you go down, bounce the hell back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's the true.
That's the true line. Okay, listen. Oh my God. It has been such an honor. The exclusives are in the building. You got the exclusive right here with True Lies. It's your girl, Kelly Kell. We're locked in each and every Wednesday from 6 to 8 on B100radio.com. Y'all make sure y'all check us out on YouTube. Y'all check us out on iTunes, on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, on every major platform. You've been amazing. Make sure you be true to yourself. Love y'all. Bye.